Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at 10 signs someone likes you. So these are a collection of signs that someone is attracted or has feelings for you. And whether you're male or female, don't worry because these apply to both genders. So yeah guys, hopefully after watching this video, you'll know who likes you and who doesn't. So be sure to like the video and subscribe, and comment I subscribed and I will reply. So coming in at number 10, we have mirroring. So have you ever touched your hair or put your hands on your hips and then someone you're with has done the same? Well, if that's so, then they probably like you. That's right, people who are attracted to another person will subconsciously copy their actions, which is called mirroring. And mirroring is basically a non-verbal way of saying I'm like you. And research shows that when people who are being mirrored subconsciously notice it, they feel more secure and believe the person mirroring them share the same emotions, and then they're more likely to trust them. But this doesn't just have to be matching things like touching hair or positioning your hands. It can also be matching facial expressions and body language. And this happens more when a girl likes a guy, but men can also do this, so watch out. But coming up next, we have eyes. So eyes can say a lot about a person if you want to know their true feelings for you. So next time you're talking to the person who you think might like you, pay attention to their eyes when they look at you, and hopefully their pupils should dilate and grow bigger, because people's eyes naturally dilate when they see someone they're attracted to. While if someone's eyes contract or get smaller, that doesn't just mean they're not into you, it also means they actively dislike you. And if nothing happens when you try this, then don't worry, there's still hope. Because some people think this doesn't work, but that's usually because they're trying it in either a bright sunlight or a dimly lit room, because it's really hard for eyes to dilate or contract in bright light or darkness. So yeah guys, pay close attention to people's eyes, and if they dilate, there's a strong chance they like you. But coming up next, we have hair. So this one is mainly for men to tell if women like them, but this can also work with women in some situations too, so check it out. So if you notice someone touching their hair when they're talking to you, they might like you. And that's not because they're adjusting their hair to make sure they look their best, it's actually an involuntary psychological response which a lot of people do when they're attracted to someone. And another thing that girls do when they're attracted to someone is flick their hair a lot. And again, it's involuntary, but it's basically the brain's way of moving around a lot to get someone's attention. And if they're playing with your hair, then there's an even stronger chance they like you. But next up, we have playful hitting. So if any girls remember boys playfully pushing them around when they were younger, well, it turns out that those boys probably did it because they had a crush on you and that's how they showed it. But I'm assuming most of you guys aren't little kids, but don't worry, this still applies now. Because if you notice someone you spend time with playfully hitting you, or maybe pushing or tapping or touching you when you're talking, well, that's a way of them showing they like you and they wouldn't mind getting physical. But make sure they're hitting playfully, because if they punch you in the face Mike Tyson style, the chances are they probably don't like you very much. But coming up next, we have body language. So body language is one of the key elements of communication, which is why it's no surprise that it can be used to see who likes you and who doesn't. And there are several pieces of body language which specifically mean that someone likes you. For example, if you're talking to someone and they raise their eyebrows a lot, that means they're interested in what you're saying and they're attracted to you. And if you're talking to someone and they lean in even though they can hear you perfectly fine, that means they're trying to get closer to you because they're attracted to you and they're also interested in what you're saying. And if somebody sits opposite you with their legs open, they might be taking up more space to make you notice them, or showing they want to put themselves out there and get to know you. And if they have their legs crossed, then don't worry, because if their legs are facing you, that's also a sign they like you. But next up, we have remembering details. So let's say you had a conversation with someone a while ago and then you meet back up, and then the person starts talking about the tiny details you mentioned a while ago. Well, the chances are they really like you, because studies show that if you like someone in that way, you're 70% more likely to remember what they say. And this is also true if someone is asking you a ton of questions because they're interested in you and want to get to know you. So if you remember anyone saying something about your favorite food or a movie you just watched, then they're probably into you. But coming up next, we have laughing. So this is one of the most effective ways to tell if someone likes you, and it's pretty easy too as long as you're alert. So I'm sure you guys didn't know this, but subconsciously, if you're in a group and someone makes a joke and then everyone laughs, the first person you look at is the one you're most attracted to or have feelings for. And that's because we're interested in their reaction to things. And you're also more likely to laugh more if the person who you're attracted to is laughing, which is kind of like that mirroring thing that I was talking about before, where you want to show that you're similar to them. So next time everyone laughs, look around to see who's looking at you, and if no one is looking at you, then don't worry, because all of that time you could have spent on boring dates, you can watch my videos instead. What do you mean that's not a good trade-off? But next up, we have initiating. So if somebody keeps being the first one to call or text, or maybe even try and make plans with you, and if they do this not just now and then, but consistently, well, the chances are they like you and want to spend time with you. And also, if the person makes plans and never includes other people, and might not even be happy if you suggest involving other people, well, that's a key sign they want to spend some private time with you and maybe even open up. And they might even feel threatened by the potential competition that you might want to invite. But coming up next we have nervousness. So this is another really key one, and unfortunately for people who like you, a very obvious sign that someone likes you. So it's a bit of a jokey stereotype that people get nervous when they're talking to their crush, but it's actually true and it's a good way to tell if somebody likes you. The key things you need to look out for is sweaty palms, nervous laughing, and fidgeting. And that's because people want to make a good impression, so they overthink everything they do, and then it blows up in their face and they either look weird or like an idiot. But don't worry too much guys, because they're probably just doing it to get you to like them. And coming up next we have compliments. So obviously if someone compliments you on your looks, they like what they see. And this can be a good way to tell if somebody likes you, because if someone's complimenting you, they're either trying to tell you that they're attracted to you, or they're trying to make you feel good because they like you. Or they might be subconsciously trying to see if you'll compliment them back to try and establish a connection with you. And it's even more likely that someone has feelings for you if they compliment your personality as well as your appearance. So next time somebody compliments you, see if they show any of these other signs and they might be into you. And even if you don't like them, still compliment them back and you might just make their day. And that just about wraps up this video. Check out the poll in the top right corner and you guys can vote for the craziest sign that someone likes you. But as always, thanks for watching. Check out some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe.